The permit office has been open its allotted hour for the week, and no one turned up. So, I mean, does it really need to be open at all, is what I'm thinking. I've got one final trick up my sleeve to make sure that everyone ends up in exile. I'll be honest with you, there's surprisingly few people left in the overworld that aren't in exile. Joel is gone, X is gone, and unfortunately, we lost a soldier. Skiz is also gone. So there's about 5 or 6 people left, and I thought what I might do is host another Permit Master, something that people will sign up to, and I'll use the opportunity to send them all to exile. Now, my bed literally disappears every day now. I replace the bed, and we have our mail. Okay, here is the worst one. Now do what I want. Same spot. They still want more diamonds than I have, so I mean, I don't know what to do. So before we prep for Permit Master Mark II, The Ruse, I'm actually going to focus on getting this base looking a bit better. Now, unfortunately for me, last episode, I made a beautiful fan. In fact, I made 2 beautiful fans, but I also made a face. An accidental face with a mouth here, 2 eyeballs, and a spinning pupils. It did not work. So I've removed this one. I'm going to keep this fan because I like it. But I basically now need to just draw my attention and really focus up for a little while. And I can get some of this done because this part has become a bit of a blockade in my own head. And there's other projects that I want to focus on. And lots of little, very, very achievable goals. I want to put a waterfall that goes here. I want to finish that tree, which has been there for who knows how long. And then one of the more bigger projects that needs doing is finishing up all of the terrain behind the base. But all of that in my silly brain has to come after this part here. So this is what we're going to focus on. This is what we're going to do before we move on to trying to set up a fake Permit Master. Are you ready? Let's go! Genuinely don't know how this has taken me over an hour, but it has. This small section here, just free flow, freehand, has taken me quite a long time. But I have managed to make at least my most important view look good. The other thing that took most of that time was tidying up here. So we all know that one of the biggest mistakes I made during the construction of my base was that this build is way too close to this build. There should be, you know, a good 5-6 blocks between them. This build should be pretty much over here. So we've only got a couple of blocks between these two, and due to the farms inside, it's pretty much as I've had to add like a really ugly wall and stuff. So look, this bit here, it caused a bit of a problem for me building here. And there's that exact same problem. The farm here is right up against the wall. So all I've done is brought the mountain forward. But now that that problem is kind of semi-solved, I think the rest of that will be quite easy. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, if you look in my inventory, you will see that I have a few tricks up my sleeve. In these slots are some very important things. We are going to set up Permit Master. But it is a ruse. It is a ruse to get everyone, exile for everyone. You get exiled. You get exiled. I get exiled. We all get exiled. Basically, there's almost no one left. And in a blaze of glory, we're all going out together. And I figured the best way to do this is with permits. And I mean, we're really gonna lull them into a false sense of security here. Now, since this is a very big explosion, it's not the best spot for it. There could be quite a catastrophic amount of collateral damage here. We're sandwiched between 2 buildings. Oh, man. Well, I'm just going to go for it. I've planned out a very quick, and I mean quick, I mean the last hour I've been just jotting down the ideas. The first one I did of these took a lot longer to plan. We're going to get everyone to sleep in this bed, and we're going to prove that they slept in the bed by then, you know, hitting the lava and coming back, just to demonstrate that they're not doing this. Because they could right-click this, and then, or just left-click it, right? So if you right-click it, it looks the same, other than you see the particles there. So someone could try and trick So we're not going to allow that. And all of the tasks are set up so this looks like a genuine and very real Permit Master. Now, we're dealing with a big kaboom here, so we want to make sure that nobody's stuff actually gets blown up or broken or anything like that. Now, what we're going to do here is set up a whole heap of TNT minecarts that are definitely going to get them. I think this most exciting thing needs to be out of the blast zone. Okay, so we're all rigged up here. So this is the most important part. If everything goes south, I need everything here to be really, really set up. Now, if this goes off by accident, well, there's no fixing this before we start. I'm very aware that what I'm doing will most likely result in a little bit of repairs to my own building, possibly the building over there. That's okay. Blocks can be replaced. There's nothing to worry about. But with any luck, we're not going to have any issue. Okay, let's not push that any further than we need to. You know, I can't even test this. But I'm going to have to remove it. Okay, cool. So when this is good to go, I just place it here, right click, and kaboom. Instant kaboom, and probably a lot of mess to tidy up afterwards. Okay, now to prep for the actual tasks. One thing I do need is a temporary room. Just white blocks, white concrete, nothing crazy. Okay, so this is just a room. It's really not that much more complicated than this. I could just blow them up during the intro, but where's the flair in that? So we're actually doing a fairly comprehensive Permit Master. I'm waiting until the absolute end, but it does mean if Scar's not involved, he might be one of the only people left here. So I need to leave him a note. They might be confused why there's a ton of grass blocks, but I don't know what else to do with them. Okay, so we've got a space for the first task. We've got the room for the second task. Okay, I actually think we're fairly ready here. There's nothing else to do, and I just hope we don't have too much damage done. This is, if it's anywhere other than here, it's going to arouse suspicion. If there is any damage, I can fix that super easily. We're about to start Permit Master now. Everyone's arrived. We got a good turnout, but we need to leave Scar a note, an important note. I could have done this in a book, but I haven't. So now I'm just gonna make it work on a piece of paper. Scar, you in charge. Exile stragglers. Welcome everybody to Permit Master Mark II. Today we're going to be playing for resin. I know everyone wants this. Huh? This permit?
So badly.
Big
So
permit?
badly.
And
Been dreaming about it.
the reason we have 4 people here is because there's not a lot of people left here. That's the main reason.
Right.
There's only 4 of us left. Is that it?
There's a few stragglers, but they're not really on the server. So yeah, well, you know, things really just went downhill. So look, we're here for the resin permit. And there's a few sort of admin things to go over. First of all, normally Permit Master is done with 2 people, a Permit Master and an assistant. My Permit Master is in exile, so I will be playing the role of judge, jury, and executioner today. Okay.
Goodness me.
Oh, this will be a play.
If you need something during the game, you can go back to your locker.
Right.
But the permit games will involve death, which is why there's a bed over here.
Oh.
And just to make sure you guys know there's no shenanigans going on, we're all gonna right click the same bed.
For me, that we're not going to end up in exile with this.
Why
'cause
is
this
this
Oh,
so
I think-
suspicious
Kinda
to
sus.
me?
See? Alright, there we go.
Okay.
Exile is not the greatest situation.
Is
But
this? Oh, no,
Help
no,
you out
you
there.
made me second guess. Maybe
Mumbo
second guess.
climb
You need to right click the bed, Mumbo. Did you right click the bed?
I think
Did you click the bed?
Wait,
I did.
click it. All right, there.
See? I'm not that
Bloodthirsty.
useless.
Okay.
Goodness gracious me.
So here is your first task. Invent and build a mythical creature. The most well-rounded mythos wins. Go!
Okay.
Well round.
That area on the
I
left
feel
over there,
fucked.
that circle, that's where I want you to build it. You've
Circle?
Got,
What
What circle?
Left.
Okay.
the area,
we're
the
playing
area over
Minecraft.
there. There's a big...
Okay, we're just playing.
So far, no one's building anything because they weren't quite prepared. They've clearly all gone to their bases for gear, and there's 8 minutes to build. I mean, this is the whole point of this is to give them no time so that they make something really bad. Just remember, the stakes couldn't be lower.
Yeah,
The
actually, I don't
stakes
know
are
if I
so
want the
low.
resin. I don't know if I want the resin.
I don't think I want the resin. I'm making
Wait,
an axe.
I'll
though.
be honest.
I'm
This
making
is a little self-serving because I want to buy resin, but I don't want to sell resin. So it helps me out a lot if someone has this permit. 5.5 minutes. 5.5 minutes.
If I lose, what happens?
literally
nothing.
Nothing.
Why am I here? I'm just curious.
Because it's funny.
Because you want the
decided
resin,
to-
Mumbo. Don't ruin the illusion. Don't ruin my immersion. 4 minutes.
Why are your armpits sweaty? Very low stakes.
No! Who punched that? Oh no.
Are you okay, Joe? It
3.5
feels like you're not
minutes.
having a good time.
I'd
Like,
say this is a good number of heads, right?
I haven't even
Well,
looked.
that's 4. That's
Yeah,
the
but-
wrong count. I said 3
Yeah, No, I know, but I think the extra, I think the one on the stalk is doing a lot.
thing, I guess.
As long as remember
Oh, the
that the
wings.
task here is the most well-rounded mythos. So you
Okay.
can, if as long as you can
Oh, God, I
justify
have to
it.
start thinking. I
Yeah.
have to start thinking.
Well, you've got
No,
2
I don't
minutes for
think
that.
Very much.
That's good thinking time.
I think
Oh,
I'm
I'm gonna have to stand in a corner.
Made the
I have to
perfect
leave you guys.
picture.
Take yourself. You can take yourself over to the
I'm
white
gonna have
room.
Yeah, I'm taking myself over.
Flood out whatever Joe does. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
I've already
funny.
destroyed what I was doing, and now I'm
1 minute.
really in trouble. Yeah.
Do I need to
Look
put all
at
my stuff
Mumbo.
away?
He's muted himself.
He's muted.
He's muted and he's
he
just
in-
like straight up in a corner trying to come up with a mythos. All right, 30
That's
seconds.
incredible.
5 seconds.
See, it would be easier to explain if you had 3.
Yeah, probably would be. It probably
And
would
time
be.
is up. All right, everyone,
no.
make your way back to the area. Right, well done, everyone. So we're now going to judge your mythical creatures. So we're going to take it in turns for you to... Well, we're going to review them, and then you'll have your chance to explain your mythical creature, and then I will
Okay.
judge. All right, let's
good
go
with
over
me.
here. Let's start with the crocodile type looking thing.
This is a Velociroo. This is the origin of kangaroos back in the
Really?
day. Yeah.
Wow! I don't know if I would
Kangaroos
have known
are
that.
proper evil. They're proper evil, right? That's because they used to be. Yeah, they've got like 6 packs and they can punch you and everything, or
Yeah,
kick
just like
you
me.
rather. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there
Mumbo's
are some
definitely got a
videos
6-pack.
of some seriously jacked kangaroos. I've seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because they evolved, and they're sort of half these days, but
So
they
they-
just
what's-
wear a
Ooh.
pullover normally.
So remind me, this
Oh,
is while I
gosh.
burn. This is a half a dinosaur, half a kangaroo.
Yes,
Gotcha.
and
I don't know about
they're
the
still
kangaroos yet,
around.
alright.
I'll have you know, but they just wear a hoodie.
Well, I like the fact that it's kind of got that Minotaur vibe, half animal, half other extinct animal, but your reasoning for it just being the origin of kangaroos is what's throwing me here. Mumbo, what
Straight
have
to
you
exile
got
for you.
here?
Okay, so this is the pesky bird, but pesky spelt Pesce. Pesce.
Oh, fishy.
Because it is part fish, part bird.
Right.
Okay. Now here is the mythos of it. It exists as the god of both ocean and water. It can't breathe in the air, but it can't swim. So it will kind of like it will fly into the ocean to breathe and then take back off again.
Yeah.
Why is it on fire?
And it's on fire. It is on
reaching.
fire
Come on, Mumbo, we believe in you.
because that's like the complete opposite of the ocean, and it's melodramatic. It's like, you know, it's well-rounded. It's a
Alright,
well-rounded
yeah.
thing.
Not every mythical creature needs to be grand. You can have one that's fundamentally
This
flawed.
isn't gra- oh, yeah, okay, yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
like a
yeah.
miserable life, honestly.
It does sound
Yeah.
miserable.
It's a
It looks a
struggle.
bit miserable
It's a
as well. It
struggle.
looks like it's
It's the
made
god
out
of
of
struggle.
inside out. That's what it looks like it's made out of.
Yeah, it's the god of
Oh.
struggle. It's the god of struggle, and that's
Struggle.
why also
And
there's
water
fire
and
around
air.
Right.
it. And water and air.
Okay.
It's elemental.
If
My
this
dear
if
Grian.
this was a psychology experiment, I'd have some questions. Pearl, what are we looking at?
Okay, well, first things first. Now, you said well-rounded, so it's well-rounded, as you can see. You know,
Pearl
he's quite
knows
a
how to
chunky
play
boy.
this game. That is a well-rounded boy. So what are we looking at?
Why, thank you. So, it's an egg with duck feet with some weird amphibious fin poking out the back and a dragon head. Purely exists just to spite the mythic gods because it's absolute nuggetry. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It just exists. It's the best story I can come up with for this little guy. He's just rounded, man. He's big rounded boy, okay?
The mythos is he's round.
Well, yeah.
Round boy.
I'll be honest.
He's round.
The myth behind it is a little lacking, but the well-roundedness of it has warmed my heart a little bit.
I mean, the biggest
I'm
myth
pretty
is
sure
how
that's
on earth
because
did
Mumbles
that
is
many
on fire.
creatures get together to create this creature?
Gotcha. So I think we saw it. Joe was massively failed and has ended up with just a slime ball on the floor. So
This is my fallback. I originally was going to create a
It is round.
tornado out of breeze charges using a fancy piston thing to suspend them in the air, and reference The Wizard of Oz, which has an incredibly well-rounded mythos, over 40 books written by Frank L. Baum, the historian of Oz, and instead I've ended up with the Wicked Witch after being hit with a bucket down here. Very round puddle.
right,
It is
Very
beautiful.
sad.
but you have
I
failed.
do remember that Green said
I
you had to
did.
come up with the mythos.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Oh,
Wizard
I'm
of
not
Oz
Frank
is-
L. Baum, am I?
not.
Yeah, I
No.
did say invent.
What if I put on this hat? This is the same hat he would wear when he was writing.
Wow.
Let's go back to the judgment area.
Oh, no.
Oh gosh, it
I
doesn't
don't
feel
think
like it's
any
gonna
of
be good for you,
these
Joe.
are strong.
No resin.
They're all terrible.
That did not
I
work.
see no resin in Joe's future. Right, let's start at the bottom. Joe, 0 points. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It
fair play.
might have
Zero!
been. It might have been something,
That's round.
but it wasn't. It was neither your mythos because it was Wizard of Oz, and you failed to make something. So, yeah,
Yikes.
no points there.
Youch.
Second place, I think, with 2 points. I'm gonna give it to Cleo.
Second last.
Ugh. Of course.
It's just,
Favoritism.
I mean, it's just. I think it's just
At least it actually is something.
It is something, I'll give you that, but the problem was, for me, that it was the origin of the kangaroo. That's where it all fell apart. that's where it fell down.
No. Kangaroos are just these guys wearing hoodies. It's fact.
Okay.
Go fight a kangaroo, you'll find
I don't
out.
think it is, Cleo. I think I'm quite aware.
Shush, what do you know?
I'm Australian.
Right, 3 points go to Mumbo for man's eternal struggle. That
It does never end. Good job, Nick.
You put it better than me.
I enjoyed both the horrificness of it and the explanation, but I was
Good.
left a little bit disturbed. That leaves
Okay.
4 points for Pearl, who has got
Yeah.
quite physically the most well-rounded mythical creature.
Nice, you
Well
did it,
done.
Pearl.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pearl, you've got
Yeah.
2 round things in your name, so you were ready to go from the
You
start.
do, yeah.
Oh,
You do.
but yeah, I do right next to each other.
All right, so go again. We got to reset. Put all your stuff back in the locker room before we do the next task. So before we have any more angry comments down in the comment section, then I'll just say that this isn't a fair game. It's just my opinion, and that's that. I get to dish out the points, and that's how it
this.
lands.
And
Before-
to be fair, Joe, me and you have had problems with Green recently, so it's understandable.
Well, you know, but
put
this
those
is really
aside.
all I wanted from the permit office was more permit master. So as far as I'm concerned, we're square. I'm happy now.
All right, second task, everybody. Now this time you will have like a little bit of prep time, and I want you to think about it. If we look over to my right, your left, there is a white room. The task is get from one side of this room to the other in the most impressive way possible. That's all you got to do. So have a little think
Okay.
and go and grab what you might need in order to achieve your room traversing, and then we'll take it in
Okay.
turns.
How long do we have to think?
gosh.
I need a lot of thinking time.
Yeah, that is a lot.
I'll give you 10 minutes to get yourself together. It's quite a lot of time.
10 minutes?
Okay.
That's quite a
And
lot
then
of
how
time.
long do we have to
Shut
build
up, I drink
once
a pint.
we... I was going to have the machine exceed the boundaries of the building, even though I'm going to start here. Is that okay? Or no?
All the information was given to you, Joe.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I'm fine with losing this, but I'm going to at least build the thing I plan to build.
Really?
No!
Oh no!
Dang
What
it.
happened?
There was a slight spoiler.
Okay, I've got to reset it thanks to Mumbo.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Well done, Mumbo. You've done wonders for the permit office.
All right.
Okay.
That's funny.
Gather round,
I'm excited.
everyone.
So, Grian, a lot of times people think, I'd like to go somewhere on a train, but unfortunately the train only will go where the rails are.
Yeah.
I have figured out, during the manhunt where Scar's been chasing me, a way to make minecarts move infinite distances on a flat surface, like the nether roof, for example. And I'm ready to demonstrate that now. Oh no.
Do you want me to nudge them at all?
Yeah,
Joe?
nudge him again,
Do you want me to-
Mumbo. Mumbo
Yeah, do you
messed
want me
it
to-
up earlier, and apparently I didn't reset it properly. There we go.
Whoa!
Oh.
Come on
Potential
now.
motion.
I'm impressed.
Oh.
And,
going
oh,
back.
and we're going back again.
And we're going back.
again.
These things will just run forever. You can fill them with ghasts and send them toward your enemies from thousands of blocks away. Things haven't escalated that far, but that is an option we've been preparing for.
Oh, okay, this is.
What the heck?
I'm impressed. I'm.
Oh gosh, that's bad news.
All right.
That's bad news for the rest of us.
That's bad news for the
Oh,
rest of us.
no.
All right. Okay. Good. All right.
I'm very excited.
you
Very
know what's gonna
excited to
happen,
see
don't you,
how far
Mumbo?
across the room you get.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready,
A
Pearl.
little bit.
Impress me. Get
Oh.
to the other side of this room.
Okay, well, here, as you can see, I've created a machine, and it works flawlessly. Just give me a second to get my timing right. Hold on. Give me one more moment. Hold on, let me just try to think. Hold on.
Or the
It'll
Australian
work, I
king.
promise.
Whoa.
Yeah, see, Australian ping,
Come
like
on.
I said. All right, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Make it. Oh, come on, Australian
incredible
ping. All right,
machine.
hold on. I'm
Honestly,
I'm-
Pearl, you
thinking
should
of
probably
it.
just walk.
I'm not. I'm not
No,
impressed.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
will
yeah,
be
that was it, that was
impressed.
it, that was it.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, you will be impressed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nice.
Come on, see, that was Australian. That
Okay.
was, yep. Okay,
You.
No,
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh.
okay, you know what? All right,
Okay.
fine,
Well,
that's,
that
that's,
was slightly
that's
impressive,
okay.
but you're not on the other side of the room.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah, just walk
Okay.
from here, Pearl. It's fine.
Hold on, just, yeah, give me a second. Let me just, yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna do that.
I'm
Yeah,
at no
everything's fine.
risk of being in the way of Pearl. Put it that way.
Like, none at all.
Now that's just rude. That's just
It
rude.
does
Okay,
feel
hold on.
mean, to be
This
fair.
isn't what I'm doing. Just give me a moment. Just
You're
give
gonna
me a
repeat
second.
yourself across.
Well, you've
How
made
many
it to the other
times
side
you-
of the room now, Pearl.
No, I
you're
haven't.
very
I
good.
haven't made
actually-
it. No,
you
I
have-
didn't touch
you
the wall. I did
Actually,
not
did
touch
you
the wall.
actually kind of
Therefore,
did?
it's not.
You
no, I
you
haven't.
actually
That's-
kind of
that's
did
fine, but
go
it's not gonna
from
move.
one side of the room to the
yeah,
other.
no, it's not gonna move.
I'm sorry, Pearl.
Thank you,
You
Pearl.
know, fine.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna make it. No, I'm making it. Hold on, I'm doing it. Be impressed. I'm doing
Wait,
it.
are you holding shift?
I made it.
Oh,
All right. Well, impress me. One side of the room to the other.
hang on. I've just got to do a little bit of warming up. Hang on. Wait, can you hear that?
This is the man that said, "I've got an idea," and ran away.
Wait,
He's
listen,
still got
listen.
time to think.
Hang on. Can you hear that? That's the sound
Oh.
of my pinky being activated. Ah, there we go. I am crossing the room, holding shift with my pinky
come
for
on.
the first time in my entire life. Look at this. I can go backwards, I can go forwards
Oh,
with it.
This
You
is.
can't use your own gameplay
hang on.
choices to make it seem impressive.
Have you run out? he's
No.
What?
Oh, he's gone wonky.
No.
Well, I-
look,
London
I'm
Bridge
pro-
here, people.
Yeah,
I'm
look.
impressed by
Turn
how unprepared he is.
I was
Oh
very
my
prepared.
gosh.
I went and gathered this stuff. Look, I'm gonna do a little. Look. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I can hold them both at the same time.
Oh, he's.
I can hold them both at the same time. Oh, is that
It's
not allowed?
becoming less impressive the longer
Oh.
you take to get to the other side of the room.
Okay. I'll speed.
Oh, he's full.
I mean, I'll speed. Look at this. Look
this
at
is
this.
old man speed.
Right.
Whoa, you weren't expecting that, but then yeah.
Okay, thanks, Mumbo.
That's alright. That was good on it.
Right,
Oh.
Cleo. You ready?
At least I
I'm
tried.
ready.
Go blow up my wrist.
I call this the Trail of Blood.
I mean, she's already
Interesting.
walked to the other side of the room.
My
Yeah.
beautiful room.
It's just amazing.
I mean,
Thank you. I'll accept tips in redstone
All
blocks.
right, let's go back to the
Cleo,
judging
just-
area.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
judgment
you just
time.
need to
Mine
fail
worked.
miraculously.
Judgment time on this. And I think it's actually quite easy. The clear winner here is Joe, who actually did manage to impress not only me, but everyone else as he crossed from
Yeah,
one side
yeah.
of the room to the other.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
fair
clear.
enough.
That's a clear 4 points. The thing is, what do I do with the 3 of you that really didn't impress me all that much?
Oh,
Come on, man.
Mumbo, it is not impressive to use the shift key like a normal person. It's more impressive that you used your thumb, to be honest with you, because I can't do that. My thumb's too small. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that.
excuse me, you have no idea how much I worked to use my pinky there. That used every single brain cell in my body. All right?
I believe that.
And Pearl, yours clearly didn't work, and I might have forgiven you if you know. I know there's a bit of ping going on, but you did make your way across the room trying to fix the problem, and just it fell short.
Okay. Yeah.
Although Cleo
it's
did
alright.
just
I'll
walk
keep
across the
holding you, it's
room,
fine.
the explosion was impressive, and it did give me a chuckle. So, Cleo,
Theatrics.
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 It's impressive.
Theatrics works.
No!
I was impressed with the timing.
No!
Cleo and Mumbo
No.
both get 2 points.
Yes.
Pearl gets 1.
Oh man. Woo.
I'll accept it.
I think
We
it's
ready
you,
for the
yeah.
next one?
Yep.
Yep.
I think you can keep your gear for this one because there's going to be a bit of setup time. Right.
Okay.
Next task. Do something artistic with this pufferfish.
Ooh.
The most artistic
Artistic.
things win.
Hey.
I'll give you a bit of
This is
thinking
an
time.
We have
Related
thinking
point.
time. Okay.
Unrelated point, but your t-shirt blends in wonderfully with the prismarine.
It does. It's good.
Really does.
When it cycles round to
Fantastic.
just the right shade, I vanish.
Yeah.
There it is.
Pretty impressive. There it is.
That is actually really good.
All right, are we ready?
Ready?
I'm ready.
So, I hope so.
I'm
Okay.
ready. Who are we starting with?
Yeah, let me have a look. Let's start with Joe.
All right. Everyone, come over here. I want you to see the early days of Fragile Love. I wrote that on a sign, but I knew Grian wasn't going to read it. So I also
I read
wrote
it.
that
I can read sometimes. Do I need to put
I
this in
also
black
wrote
and
that-
white?
on this. Yes, and you know what? Here's a snack for you as well. As Assistant Permit Master, I don't want you to get hungry when you observe how Fragile Love can be destroyed. Also, here's another one for the main Permit Master, which is also you in this
Thank you.
case. So 2 snacks. Fragile Love, you know, it can be crushed so easily by being stamped out by self-centeredness. Wait, why is that not working? Dang it, stupid frozen boot. But sometimes love perseveres. Sometimes love conquers all. We can change. The cold heart in my shoes has been conquered by this fragile love.
You're getting ready to
Yeah,
stuff back, Joe.
Alright.
If there's an entity in the water, Joe, it's not. It doesn't freeze.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh,
Pearl, you're up next.
and,
Remember, this is art.
grab this
Pearl.
little guy.
This is
Yep.
art.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I have my pufferfish little Freddy here in a bucket, and he's gonna go. There's a piece of string here. I'm just gonna wait. Yeah, wait. It's fine. He's gonna go right in here. Hold on. There's a furnace. Hold on. Right in there. Yeah, there he goes.
Whoa.
Wait, where'd he go?
Whoa.
Where
Alive.
did he go?
How did the rockets go over there?
There we go. Did I impress you? Oh, little pufferfish is making
He's
a
making
getaway.
an escape for it.
Get back, honey.
Be free.
I got you. I got him. It's fine.
Right,
I
I guess a
impress you?
firework display is art, but I failed to
That
see what the
was-
pufferfish had to do with it.
Okay, all right. Let me explain my machine.
No, art should speak
you
for
got it.
itself, I think,
Brick.
Pearl, if I'm honest.
Ah.
He literally activated the fireworks.
Cleo, you're up.
Oh
Okay.
wow! Wow, this is rigged. Rigged.
Yeah,
Alright.
I've said that from the beginning, Pearl. We're just on different sides. This is the search for belonging. Behold, the pufferfish. And he is desperately trying to find other fish. Except it's broken, because of course it is. And what we find is that there is no belonging. He cannot get
sensing
to
a
the
trend.
water. Everybody is fragile and traumatized. And also, hang on. But
Art didn't have to be
sometimes he
explained.
makes a break for it.
Oh! A twist!
Oh.
Good save. It's missed the water.
Oh, what is
it's down the
happening?
bottom.
Oh, he's in the wall.
It's sometimes the search for love is
Manual.
is hard and
Manual.
difficult.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Wow. That was
didn't realize
that
this was
was
a play.
Thank you.
That was a
Thank
thing.
you.
Oh, brilliant.
amazing.
Okay, Mumbo, you're up.
Okay.
boy.
Well, if you just make your way past the T-Rex Aru, whatever it was.
Velociraptor. Thank
okay.
you.
This is the Puffer.
Okay.
It's a commentary on factory farmed fish and their expendable lives. That's it. And just give me a second. Don't you yawn! Don't you yawn at that! Excuse me.
Sounds like a high school essay, man.
Yeah, well that's what art is it not? That's where I peaked. There it is.
True.
Oh,
All right,
Less,
I mean,
less
I,
wait,
So,
he's less
Is it broken
affected
as
by the
well?
soul sand. Less affected by the
I
soul
can
sand. than I
just
was
see
potentially.
it. I can just see it.
Everybody's best
occasionally
friend.
you'd die,
just
Mumbo.
about.
occasionally you'll pop up. But is that?
Oh yeah,
not,
there I
is
see
that
him.
Not,
I see.
yeah.
Right.
Is that not a commentary in and of itself? You know.
Trying to
Is that
escape
not a
through the
commentary?
chimney? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, so well, he was meant to be. He's like a puff of smoke leaving the chimney. But I will admit, he's less airborne than I imagined he would be.
I also don't know how the puffer fish being a puff of smoke is a commentary on farmed fish.
Because it's that. Because it's like they are.
Let's go to the judging section.
This is the worst experience of my life. Don't even want resin. Don't even like any of you guys. I think I might leave.
Got some laughs.
Now the truther.
Okay, right. This one is a little tough because some of them genuinely moved me in the way that they failed. I think nearly all of them didn't quite work how you intended. So,
No,
Pearl, yours was a fantastic art display of fireworks, but it
But the
was
pufferfish set them off.
yeah. I maybe, or was it the water that triggered the observer?
No, it was him. They go through the string and trigger the observers that trigger the
alright,
fireworks. Yeah.
Pearl can't win with that. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm just
come
gonna
on.
throw that out.
I'm sorry, Mum.
Pearl,
You
you
don't,
guys
you
have
don't get to
failed
say
failed
it.
experiments.
Right. Well, okay. My point is that the connection between Pearl's methodology and the pufferfish was very loosey goosey. Mumbo, yours, I'm not sure what you were trying to achieve, but there's probably some art in there, so you're getting 2 points.
Yes.
Joe,
Oh.
I appreciate what you were doing. You're also getting 2 points.
Fair.
I think yours ended up being a bit poetic in a weird way, and you did save it from the claws of defeat. So that leaves.
And I got you a snack.
And you got me a snack.
You're saying I got 1 point.
No. I'm saying that Pearl, you get 3 points for your disaster.
3 points.
3 points.
What?
And
Yeah.
the clear
Wow.
winner here is Cleo with 4 points, because it genuinely moved me a little bit, seeing that the search for belonging went nowhere, but she took it in her own hands and manually got that pufferfish to search for where it belonged, and I think that was art.
That is art.
Sometimes we all
Oh,
need
that
a
is
little bit of a
art.
helping hand.
Joe has 6 points. Cleo
Woo.
has 8 points.
Ooh.
Mumbo has 7 points. And Pearl has 7 points. So Cleo is
Crushing it.
No.
just in the lead
Oh.
by
Yeah,
1
we're gonna
point.
be getting the resin, mate.
But there's only 2 points between you. Right,
Oh.
we're on our final task before the final task. Penultimate, that's the one. We're on our penultimate task. Are we ready?
Ready?
Oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to.
Ready.
I think we
We'll
need
ever
to.
be.
I think we. You've all got Elytra on. We won't bother resetting then.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Next task.
Oh no.
Produce the most embarrassing death message. You have 5 minutes.
Oh.
If you are not back here within 5 minutes, you're disqualified.
Wait, so
As in,
wait,
like, how we
so,
die in 5
so
minutes.
we can die.
Yeah,
We
you
can
have
die-
to produce
so
the
we
most
have to-
embarrassing death message. That's the whole point. The bed's there.
I built a machine for this. Yes.
Boy.
So now we wait for the death messages to appear, and I feel like I have justified the bed being here.
I warned you.
That's yours, Cleo.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay.
I don't want this. I don't want the resin permit. I'm being honest.
Well, you're
It is a
well,
bit
you're currently in
pathetic.
first place.
Oh,
Welcome back.
Well, that's embarrassing. Naming an anvil doesn't change the death message.
Oh no! You could rename anything and it would have the same effect. No? Oh, but you didn't get squashed.
Yeah, he wanted the squash.
Yeah, I wanted it to say Joe Hills was squashed by a falling anvil named forgetting to name this anvil. And it wasn't named at the end anyway, so it doesn't matter if I remembered or forgot.
That is art.
I thought it had to be most embarrassing, not most pathetic.
That didn't go the way I wanted it to.
You're away. You're
Right.
away for 5 minutes.
5
to
minutes
finish
and
your
you
name.
fell down.
All right, rub it in. But that's the most embarrassing.
Good job.
version.
Okay, you all
Thanks.
kind of failed at this task because.
What do you mean?
Well, all right. Let's go through it. So first of all, we had Cleo dying to Fragile Love, and see, I know that this was meant to be the most embarrassing, but I actually think that was potentially like the laziest one. She just went, "Where's the closest nearby death?" And-
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yep.
Ouch.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not wrong though.
I know, it was quite clear. She was open and honest about it, to be honest with you, Mumbo.
Okay.
All right, and then next we had Mumbo walking into the danger zone due to llama. So
Pretty good.
yeah,
Pretty good.
dying to llama spit. I'll be honest, I was
kinda
expecting
epic.
it because you had teed it up and I've seen it before.
Yeah.
But it is embarrassing
And-
nonetheless.
Too Fast, Too Furious was better than Fast and Furious. You know, sequels can be good.
Joe was squashed by a falling anvil,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not embarrassing at all until he explained that it was embarrassing because he didn't manage to rename it correctly or something. It doesn't actually
I did
produce the
rename it,
death
it just-
message.
I just didn't know how the game worked.
So Pearl, what were you trying to do?
I was trying to do something fun with a cactus, and then just didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
Ironically,
It
I
took me
think
5 minutes to do
I
so.
honestly
most
think
being
being
the
prickled
most-
would have been a more embarrassing way to go. So
Arguably, the most rubbish death, though, is arguably the most embarrassing.
yeah, well that's the
If
thing.
anything-
I actually think
Took 5 minutes to
Pearl's
spell.
death left me feeling like secondhand embarrassment for her.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Cleo,
I
you're
still
getting
feel
1
embarrassed.
point because it wasn't a
Yay!
genuine attempt. Mumbo, you're getting 2 points. I've seen it before.
What?
Yeah. Joe,
Oh.
you're getting 3 points because I appreciate the effort. And Pearl, it was genuinely embarrassing that you just fell
My
for that
emotions
one.
are conflicted.
You're going to get the resin permit.
You're gonna get the resin.
Oh, great! So happy.
It's time for the final task. Is everyone ready?
Oh, there's
Ready?
another one.
I want everyone. You might. Oh, you've got all clear inventories, right?
Yeah.
My Elytra is in the sand right now.
In the sand.
Yeah, my stuff's spawning.
Oh, do you need to
Yeah.
go and get your stuff?
I think
I
we should
might
get our
real
stuff.
quick.
Yeah, go and get your
Why
stuff.
would
Maybe
you
you
not
should go
get
and get
rid
the
of your?
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
go-
spare
I
Elytra.
forgot. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, go.
My
borrow-
Elytra.
Go borrow my stuff. Yeah, go save your stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
The Elytra shop is not getting restocked while Chev's in exile.
These
Final task.
final
Final
task.
Yep.
All right.
Final task.
Woohoo!
So this one, you're not going to be moving from where you are. You
Oh, that's
need
impossible.
To, yeah,
failed
Mumbo, you
already.
gotta stay on your block. You need to jump the exact amount of letters for each word said by the Permit Master. So if I said the
God.
word hello, you would jump HELLO.
What,
Okay.
5 blocks forwards? Oh,
No,
I see.
on the
5
spot.
times.
On the spot.
Ah,
On
You
the
failed
spot.
again, Mumbo.
On the spot.
okay.
Oh,
All right. So if you jump the incorrect amount, you will be eliminated. Okay?
Oh no.
I feel sick.
You must do
Sounds
this
about right.
silently. You can't spell it out as you jump.
Oh.
I will be counting. You ready?
Uh,
First word. Never. Okay. Going. Two.
Okay.
I'm not being rickrolled, Green.
Give. You.
Mm-mm. Oh, for goodness sake!
what'd you say?
Up.
I don't know what
He
you
said
said.
up. Wow. Wow.
Obliterate. Yes! I didn't even die! Oh, and the building survived! Everything survived! This all worked out brilliantly! This did not work out brilliantly. I had finished the recording, I'd like closed the clip down, and then I went inside the bunker, and I've died. Someone has trapped the bunker entrance, and I literally went off with a bang. I don't even know what happened there. And of course I didn't even think to sleep in a bed immediately. I thought I would just go into the bunker and sleep in here. I've just exiled myself after pulling off the most amazing Permit Master.
Ride.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Hello, Gran. You come to check up on us?
Sure.
That didn't...
Sure.
Are you okay, Gran?
Do you need a cookie?
Great job, Graham.
The bunker's compromised, Cub.
Oh, that's not good.
The
That's not
bunker's
good.
so compromised.
Yikes.
Are you out here with us, Gran? Have you left the only Popo member as Scar?
Wait, Graham, you're exiled now?
Did you reset your spawn? Did you reset your spawn after
Oh,
you broke
welcome
the
back,
bed
Mom.
for
No, I
us?
was going to the bed in the bunker.
Womp, womp, womp. This is the best day ever. Party
there's-
at my place.
So, what was the
Wait,
final
were you not
score?
meant to exercise your...
Oh, so
weren't meant
you want to know
exercise
who won Permit Master?
I'm still in.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I won somehow...
Joe,
I
it
don't
was
think
all
I
a
did, but
ruse, man!
I just want
Oh.
it known. I just want it known that if I did get the resin permit, I would leave.
Right,
I would
okay,
leave
look.
the server at this point
Okay,
in time.
final scores. Look, the last round, I'll be honest, when I was watching, there's no way I could count all four of you jumping at
I
different
did
times.
wonder that.
Not a
Yeah, no,
chance.
no, that
Not a
tracks.
chance. I was just rickrolling you. Okay, so I'll just count all of the scores from before. And Joe, you had 9 points.
Woo.
Cleo, you had 9 points.
Okay.
Mumbo,
Pearl's got more, right?
Mumbo, you had 9 points.
Thank goodness.
Gosh.
Thank goodness for that.
So that's
9 points, right?
you might need to be
Pearl, you're
sharing the
suffering from
permit
success.
because
We're not all
Pearl,
on 9 points.
you
Oh no.
you got 11 points. You won the resin permit. Well done.
Congrats,
But I
I'm so
didn't.
happy.
I did not bring it to exile with me, so
Oh, what the heck?
Thank goodness.
let's just explain. I assume this was a house.
Yeah, Joel had a bad time here. Squash beans may have been vaporized here at some point. Yep.
Well, is there anything else that we need to do, or did you just want to get us to exile? Is this it?
The whole
Is
the
this
whole
it?
the whole point was an elaborate way to get you to set your spawn, lull you into a full sense of security, then blow you all up.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Of
What I'm going
course
to
it
say now is that this, just to be very clear to everyone, is a rage quit.
I'm not even mad. I'm gonna go and take a relaxing lie down on my beach. I'll see you later.
Yeah, all I wanted was more Permit Master. I'm happy. Thanks, Grian.
Okay, this is a rage join.
Go
This
check
is,
it out.
oh,
Oh, and he's gone again.
Where's he gone?
oh, I'm rage quitting again.
What? How did he
Might
get
have
in there? Oh,
Mate.
I
Graham, why
see.
did you do this? Graham, why did you do this to me? No,
The
you
only
have to
way
go
out
all
is
the way
down,
to
Graham.
the- Yeah,
Mumbo.
you have to go all the way down, Graham. It takes minutes. Minutes.
What do you mean? You
Like
gotta go all
minutes
the way
of
down.
time.
You have to go all the way down, and there's cobwebs and things to
All
get
the
stuck
way
in.
down.
Oh,
No,
you're
Why did
kidding
you-
me.
Scaffolding.
Why did you invite me here, Graham?
I didn't.
You
Well,
could have.
the thing is,
Why?
I didn't expect you to turn up when I tagged everyone for the permit for the permit master thing. I didn't expect you to come for it. I didn't think it would be your thing.
It wasn't my thing. This is not my. This is the
You had
definition of not my
You had a
thing.
great time.
I did have a good time. It was funny. I enjoyed making art. I did enjoy a little bit of an art project.
Oh, no way
I
do we
enjoyed
have
that.
to go all the way up, Cub.
We have to go all the way back
No
up.
way you've done this.
There's signs on the
Yeah.
read the signs on the way up. They give you some hope.
Graham, this is the second time this has happened to me.
What, going up this ladder?
Yes, I fell down here immediately. I didn't even get to say hello to everyone that was in exile, really.
Well, by
That's
my
good.
calculations, there's actually very, very few people left back in the.
Yeah, I was feeling a bit
Normal
lonely. And now I'm in the new place. You know what?
Oh,
That's made
jeez.
me happiest. Still slightly upset. Mildly upset.
Well,
But your t-shirt is calming me.
yeah, we might need to make a new life here.
And I'm happy to be here.
Yay!